Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. This is a 10 by 20 inch canvas that I would like to put pink and blue sky, maybe with some purple in there. I'm going to start with some dazzling white. If I go below the horizon line, that's okay because I'll decide what I'm going to put on the bottom half later. And if I spread the dazzling white all over, then the colors I'm going to add don't really absorb into the canvas that's matte. So that's a plan. This is periwinkle. This is frostbite. And I'd like it to be very pastel and kind of subtle. Hopefully I can get some of this plum blossom to come out. And why did I not grab the frosted berry? I know I have to shake this. And I'm going to take a chance and add a rogue color, which is Mystical Mystique. And maybe a little something else. Which could be the Oriental Blue, but I think I have enough colors right now. I'm going to grab a scrape dish because I suspect there's every chance in the world I may be scraping something off. I'm going to push the colors back to the beginning. The Mystical Mystique was too strong. It's okay, I can cover it with some white. I still want something peachy, but I'm not hating what I've got. And I like using my spatula to create some cloud shapes, which may or may not be seen in the final piece. Makes me want to put that vivid intense white in now. And maybe if I find something golden. Pink chiffon, not a color I'm in love with unless it's in the sky. Let's just put some of that in the dish, make sure it's what I want it to be. I think that's perfect. I think that's exactly what I wanted. I still want to try the white. I'll do the same thing. I'll start out with putting it in my scrape dish. I don't know what that is, but it's gotta go. No paint chips allowed. If I thought I needed to color those clouds tomorrow, I could do that. I think I've almost gone overboard with that, so I'm happy to be done at this point. I thought about using white cell activator, maybe another time. Okay, I'm going to run my finger across the top and then I'm going to call it good for this session. So I'm not exactly sure where to go from here, with the exception of I want to add a little bit of sparkle to those clouds, so I'm going to use some dazzling white. And I have some chiffon pink. I could use what I used before, but I'd like a different shade. It's a little bit brighter. It's very similar. Dip into the white first. There, that's cool because it looks like the white I leave behind on the clouds is sort of the proverbial silver lining. It's just too white, the vivid intense white. I might use the residuals, the leftovers on my so-called palette to create a beachy color, which I'm inclined to add sooner than later, using 24 karat gold. And more dazzling white. There, I think I got what I needed to get covered. So now I'm going to do what I said I was going to do and add a little bit of gold. I don't think I need a lot, and I can always add more. A little bit of white, because together they make the perfect sand color. The only problem is I have paint chips in my paint. I can see. Alright, the reason I'm putting the gold in is because I'm thinking I'm going to put an ocean. And if I had this color made up already, I could have squeezed it right on. There's the first paint chip to remove. I don't mind a little bit of that pink residual because it's going to look like a reflection from the sky. Just use the rest of it. More paint chips. I wasn't exactly sure which order I was going to do this in. I almost think the paint chips are coming off my spatula. Now I want my palette, because I intend on mixing some pale mountainy colors. I'm going to just scrape that off and move it down over the side so it blends. And those colors are going to be Peruvian Opal, which I'm not sure if if it's a primary element or a vivid intense, or a Prizm pour, and a little bit of, whoa, okay, well, I did not realize that was open. That might be a first. Fortunately, the teal went where the ocean colors were going to go. This is indigo teal. That was almost tragic. This is African violet. I'm pretty sure any purple will do. I want to go easy because I don't think I need a whole lot of this. This is oriental blue. Just to lighten the whole thing up. I could apply this directly to the canvas. And I want just a spot of Mystical Mystique, which is the Art Mines. That's Fandango. Actually, I'm going to throw some of that indigo teal in there too. Right after I take my remaining colors off my spatula. Painting over layers, other layers of paint sometimes has this issue where unless you can spread it equally, you're going to have things showing through. And I am trying my hardest to avoid that semi-successfully. Now I need to go up from the bottom, I think. Alright, now it's time for me to decide what goes in the space that's left. I've got some Vivid Intense Teal mixed with Payne's Gray and some Black Iris. Which I probably should have spread that out. And let's use a little bit of gold. No idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to do something different. I'm going to use some of the Dazzling White. I might use some Cell Activator. Kind of want some green still. I decided to go back to using the smaller spatula because it's going to mix things more easily. I'm really interested in using some Cell Activator, and I've got some green somewhere. Whether I want to use the green or not, maybe I want to use something more similar, like, what is this? Phthalo Turquoise. Okay. What's it gonna be? Can't be. Could be Nebula Star. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take some chances. Use the Dazzling White. Use some of the Cyan Aqua. I don't even know if this is going to come out. It didn't move when I shook it. Alright, that was a fast 20 minutes. Or a slow me. So I'll give myself another second. That was fluorescent green. This is Perfectly Peacock. That looks like a cat hair. I believe it is. My cat is black. Okay, what else? Something else. Maybe a little bit of more of this teal and Payne's Gray. And just for Gran's mystical mystique. I think I'm going to mix that teal with some white, because I've been thinking a lot about it, and seafoam is usually all over colors of the ocean. Stormy sea for sure. Hopefully this goes okay. Well, that's going to be it for right now. Pardon all the fast forwarding, but it had to happen. There are so many things that I would like to do to this, and I don't know where to start. But I've got a mix of colors that I was playing with, including Tuscan Sun, some other things, and a wet paper towel, and I want to put a sunny spot at the bottom of, at the base of this. Because I ought to work on the sky first because it's the furthest away from me. That's what I think. I'm going to clean off my brush right on the canvas. And then wipe it off. I'm going to use a little frosted berry. And a little periwinkle in my clouds because the white part is just too white. And I do want more drama than I've got right now. I hope I'm not wrong about this. I probably should have done a test. Seems to be working. I think I'm going to put some periwinkle into the mountains also. I quite like that. And maybe a little bit deep amethyst down below, which usually needs to be shaken. Whatever I get, it's bound to be more interesting than what I had. Although it wasn't bad, I didn't hate it. I just want more drama. I'm thinking about putting some fall foliage in there with the glove tip. I need another one of those. A clean one. I think I should have done that upside down actually, or at least sideways. Much better sideways. I'm going to grab a nail art tool. So I can fit that right in there. Then I'm going to have to decide if what I want to do is feasible or not. I'm going to wipe my tools off. somewhere here. There we go. I've got some orange crush. Which needs to be shaken, but I can't because there's so little of it left. So I'm just going to use it like it is. Take my chances. This is yellow-orange. I keep red, orange, vermilion. Which still helps if you open it all the way. I'm going to want a little bit of yellow. Hopefully this works. Could put a little green in there. But we'll try this first. Okay, where'd my glove tip go? Can't do it if I can't find it. There it is. So here's my glove tip, and it's got some paint still on it. I think I'm going to like that. Maybe enough to call it done. Might be tempted to stick a Q-tip in there. Suck up some of that excess liquid. I want it to be a lot organic looking. Less uniform. So I'm going to try and stop myself before I go too far. But I'm also very tempted by grabbing a little bit of sour apple. And I could grab triple sec too, but I'm going to grab a already paintballed Q-tip. Pick on the spots where I see the bubbles. Hope that I pop some. It's still torch, and I think I might need to in order to get rid of the bubbles. There's always some green trees. I like the mountains so much better. I'm thinking I'm going to add a little bit of the periwinkle and nebulous star to the ocean. But I'm really tempted right now to grab a torch. Quick hit and run. Take these out of here. Anywhere else? No, I think I like that. Now I just need a little bit, you know what, I want a little bit of Aztec bronze along the edge of my beach sand. I'm going to throw my already stiff little glove tip into the bucket. Yeah, I needed some kind of shadow or texture on the beach. I could put some more highlights in the grass, grassy looking area, or whatever that area is that's green. But I kind of don't hate it anymore, and I didn't like it before I added the trees. Just to use up my bronze in the rocks. Wipe my brush off so I can use it again. Hopefully. Grab some Nebula Star. I don't know why I like purple in my water, but I do. Do I have any more of that green? I do. Nebula Star and the leftover sour apple. And as threatened, some periwinkle. I still might want some more pink in my sky. I want some more periwinkle in my waves. Might have to bring a spatula back though. I don't know how much of that periwinkle is actually going to show up in the end because it's pretty light colored. But anywhere where there's white, it should show up a little bit. Some things spatulas are just perfect for, and this is one of them. I could probably put a little more green down. I carve some away and then dab it back again. I look more like I've got choppy seas, which is what I like. Okay, so there's just the sky, and I kind of want to be my normal self and put some pink in there. Get this out of the way. So Groovy Guava is my first choice, but I'm not sure I'm going to love it. Pretty sure the other is mostly dry. Cross your fingers. I like that. I think I need something in the green though. got, it's a vivid intense green. I better be careful. I better be not that careful. I want to put some gold in there, but I think I'm going to wait until I see what this looks like first. I like that color. I think I might like it in my ocean too. I don't know how much of that's going to show up, but some of it might. I'm really tempted to put something else in there, but I think it's time to quit. I have a little bit of paint. No. So that's that. And I'm done. I'm much happier with that. That's got more drama than it did. And hi, this is Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to be super helpful, please join the membership. My art is for sale. I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 2 books on paint pouring. They're found in the Amazon link, and the Amazon link is found on the link tree in the description underneath the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.